The Logothetes II dromou, in English usually rendered as Logotheta of the course, dromos or postal Logotheta, was the head of the Department of the Public Post and one of the most fiscal ministers of the Byzantine Empire. History and functions. The office of the Logothetes II dromou is explicitly attested for the first time in circa 762, but traces its origins to the officials supervising the public post in late antiquity. Until the late 4th century, the administration of the Roman Empire's public post was a responsibility of the praetorian prefectures. Due to the abuse of the post and its privileges by the officials of the praetorian prefecture, in the late 4th century the oversight over the post passed to the magister officiorum, while the day-to-day administration remained in the hands of the praetorian prefecture. As a result, an official known as the curiatus cursus publici, the inspector of the public post, is attested in the late 4th century Notitia Dignitatum as one of the principal aids of the Magister Officiorum. The twin administration of the public post by the praetorian prefects and the Magister Officiorum continued into the 6th century, and it was not until California, 680 that the public post is found fully under the supervision of the Magister Officiorum. The office of the Logothetes II dromou does not appear in the surviving sources until the year 762, but must have come into existence earlier, as the once wide-ranging duties of the Magister Officiorum were gradually removed and the office itself practically abolished during the course of the 8th century. Among the various functions of the Magister Officiorum, the Logothetes II dromou assumed control not only the public post, but also of domestic security and the empire's foreign affairs, handling collection of intelligence on foreign peoples, correspondence with foreign princes and the reception of ambassadors. Although originally simply one of the 4 senior fiscal ministers or Logothetes, the Cletrologion of 899 places the Logothetes II dromou 35th in the imperial hierarchy. After the Logothetes II Genikou and the Logothetes II Stratiaticou, but above the Logothetes Tunagelon, the office rose quickly in importance, combining, as the French scholar Rodolphe Guilland writes, the functions of a modern interior, security and foreign minister in his person. Although his role in foreign affairs remained by far the most important, it is indicative of his preeminence that in the Byzantine sources of the 9th–10th centuries, when there is mention of the Logothetes, without further qualification, it refers usually to the Logothetes II dromou. Consequently, the incumbent of the office often served as the empire's chief minister. Although this ultimately depended on the reigning emperor, the Byzantines never formalized such a position, nor was it attached to a particular office. Rather, it was granted ad hoc on the basis of each emperor's favor towards a particular courtier, irrespective of rank or office. As Guilland points out, the senior officials of the imperial household, praepositoi, paricoi momenoir and protovestiarioi, had far more opportunity to attract imperial favor and far more often filled the role of chief minister. Notable Logothetes II dromou who served as chief ministers include Staurakios under Empress Irene of Athens, Theoctistus during the regency of Empress Theodora, Stylianos Zoutzes in the early reign of Leo VI the Wise, Leo Phocas the Younger during the rule of his brother Nicephorus II Phocas, John under Constantine IX Monomachos, and Nicephorus under Michael VII Ducas. The Logothetes II dromou retained this preeminence among the senior ministers until superseded in the 12th century by the Logothetes Tun Secretan. The 10th century De Ceremoniesia of Constantine VII Porphyrogenitus depicts the administrative and ceremonial roles of the Logothetes II dromou. He was received in audience every morning by the emperor in the Chrysitriklinos. He presented the senior officials at award-giving ceremonies, and had a prominent part in the reception of foreign embassies, as well as the exhibition of captives. After the reforms of Emperor Alexios I Komnenos, in circa 1108 the dromos ceased to exist as a department, but the Logothetes remained, now responsible for official communications and for supervising foreigners resident in Constantinople. Subordinate officials. The subordinates of the Logothetes II dromou were the protonotarios II dromou, his senior deputy, the Chartularioi II oxeos dromou, who were clerks with the rank of spartharios, combining the functions of the Roman Kurios per omnes provincias found in the Notitia Dignitatum and of the officials in charge of the Scrinium Barbarorum, the Bureau of Barbarians. A number of episcopetei, officials in charge of the various imperial estates, translators, also attested in the Notitia Dignitatum. The Courator to Apocrisiarou, in charge of the Apocrisiarion, a building in Constantinople that housed foreign envoys, various inspectors, the dietary chontes and messengers.